All who thirst for freedom may come with us.
X gon' give it to ya. We gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya. We gon' give it to ya. First we gonna rock, then we gonna fall, then we let it pop, don't let it go. Come on. X gon' give it to ya. We gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Exodus Americanus. This time, even though we are a day late, we're not a month late, so we're good on that. I'm Stone. With me as always is Roscoe. Say hey, Roscoe.
What's happening, Goyam?
Hey man, not much. I know in our last episode we said we're going to talk about some 9/11 conspiracies, but I think we ended up forcing ourselves down a little bit further down the rabbit hole than we expected. So we're going to hold off on that and watch a few more and try to actually give you guys, a good rundown of what we found on, some of the differing conspiracies and some of the stuff that makes sense.
The most important thing to know, though, is that the Jews definitely did 9/11.
Oh yeah, I forgot to get that drop from Steve.
Oh,
I'll have to figure out how to record that on off Netflix or something, and then do it.
well, you could record it off of, like, some streaming site or something.
That's true. Yeah, that'll probably be easier than trying to figure out Netflix.
Yeah, for sure. So did you see that link I just saw you? Or I just sent to you?
About Jim Webb.
Yeah.
I'm reading now, so give me a rundown while I'm going through it.
Well, it's basically it's an 8chan thread off of their poll board. And it's Trump Webb 2016 win. These are some well, here's some highlights from the article that Webb wrote for the Washington Post. It's an article about how fucking gay taking Andrew Jackson off the 20 is, and how fucking gay white privilege theory is. One would think that we could celebrate the recognition that Harriet Tubman will be given on the future $20 bills without demeaning former President Andrew Jackson as a monster, as a recent Huffington Post headline did. And summarizing his legendary tenure as being known primarily for a brutal genocidal campaign against the Native American. All right, fuck it, time out, dude. Like, time the fuck out. Like, every time I hear somebody bitch about Andrew Jackson going medieval on the goddamn Indians, like, I just want to slap them. And, like, do you think they just did that for no reason? Or did you bother to look up that the fucking Indians were riding down out of Canada and burning cities of tens of thousands of people to the ground and murdering men, women, and children with nary a second fucking thought? No. We just got to be pissed off that Andrew Jackson did something mean to the peaceful, noble savages. Let me fucking tell you what you can do with your noble savage bullshit.
Hey man, they're natural conservatives.
Oh, dude, we're still, like, I get so fucking mad about people that want to worship the Native Americans as these peaceful people that are in touch with the earth. Yeah, they're in touch with the earth because we're still uncovering mass burial sites from where they genocided the fuck out of each other.
You're offending 1/16 of me.
Yeah, dude, like, I got some of my ancestors conquered some Native American bitches too. What are you gonna do? But
that would be a pretty good ticket. I think.
I remember mentioning that a few weeks ago. Like, the only Democrat debate that I've really been able to stomach was that first one with Jim Webb. And I was watching, like, I sort of felt like he realized he was the last white dude in the Democrat Party.
Yeah, I mean, and he's pretty much the only one on the left that's willing to call a Jew, I think. To put it that way, that's just my opinion. I mean, in that first debate, yeah, I mean, he talked about killing somebody, and he just went in like detail for like 30 seconds. It's like, when I killed those 3 people.
Old Jim the Goot Grinder Webb.
Yeah, I was looking at that too.
Jim,
Sagon Slayer.
the Viet Cong Crusher.
And the Slant Eye Slaughterer. That's my favorite one.
Oh, man, they're all good. But all those pictures of him being a badass in Vietnam, I can just hear CCR pounding out.
Yeah, while Bernie was living in his, dodging a draft, living in his dirt floor shack.
Bill and W crossing the border into Canada. Jim Webb's conquering the Gooks and bringing one home with him. That's right. He married a Vietnamese woman. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I could certainly live with a like the thing I like about Jim Webb, like he knows, like military service is all fucked up. I can tell you that firsthand. He served as boots on the ground, a fucking grunt. He served as a reporter covering conflict, and as a father, he had a son that I believe served in the big 2006 offensive in Iraq. Like these other fucking cucks, I just want to shut the fuck up when they talk about us going to war. Like their kids would ever be the ones that went.
No, exactly. At least the, I mean, you can give the royal family over in Britain shit, but at least Harry and William went over and fucking served.
Mm-hmm.
They, and then the journalists were trying to uncover where they were. Like, why the fuck would you want to? He's a high-profile target. Why would you want to try to find his location and broadcast it? You're not only compromising him, you're compromising his entire unit.
Everybody with them. Like, I have a tremendous amount of respect for people who actually served. Like, you may have heard me mention this before, but Andrew Jackson is my favorite president, and I take a lot of offense to this cultural replacement that we're witnessing.
The good news is it's not going to happen until 2030, which means we have plenty of time to.
Right. If we haven't fixed shit by 2030, like we may as well be trying to cobble together our own rockets to make it to Mars.
Going to Mars, dude.
Let's go to Mars, bro. We could eat that whole pig.
God, our audience is probably so sick of American Dad and Family Guy references.
Yeah, well, all those, where are most of our listeners from over in Europe?
There's a, I'm not in SoundCloud right now, but yeah, we have like a solid 20% of our audience that are at least, if they're not from there, they're proxying in, so that's pretty impressive. And if you get rid of Marco Robato, then it's even greater discrepancy. We have a huge Marco Robato. Well, sorry, most of the Marco Robato was U.S. You know what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out the drops player, and then I ended up losing my train of thought.
It's all good. It's all good. Oh my God. So something I was mentioning to you earlier while we go on a complete tangent from anything that was on our show notes. Just like, I don't hardly ever want to talk to normies. Like, I have nothing that I want to talk to a normie about. Like,
And I think we were talking about this in the last episode, where it's getting so hard to draw the line between posting on Twitter and not posting the exact same shit on Facebook.
mm-hmm. Jeez. Well, it's, like having people that, sort of share my ideological leanings and having them to, talk about, even if it's just bullshitting about sports, talking to somebody who isn't going to be offended when you make a racially charged statement is pretty nice.
Yeah. It's cool to have a place to be, like, not only be among, like, your peers, like, both, intellectually, you don't have to deal with these dumbass social justice warriors with their women's studies degrees. There's people who actually know what the fuck they're talking about, and they're saying the stuff that you can't get away with saying in your workplace or socially, because you'll be ostracized, because that's what society has come to. I think it was on This Weekend's Fascination where what was that guy's name?
Weave,
yeah. It's like, you don't have freedom of speech. You can't say whatever you want. There's an acceptable, buffet of opinions that you can have, and if you don't, then you get thrown in prison for 2 years like he did.
and that's something like I've heard Michael Enoch talk about. Like, if you want to reject the system, man, and be a rebel, well, don't worry. We have an aisle of that over here at the store too.
Yeah.
Like your ideas are like your rebellion is already pre-planned out for you. Like if you really want to be part of the cutting edge intellectual movement, the alt right is the place for it. Plus, you get to see anime pictures all the time.
And if you follow Rob Mario, big old boobies.
It's getting harder and harder to tell if that dude's like pulling satire or what.
Yeah. And we were talking about that last week. It was. Yeah, he's a master troll, but like he is either gone off the rails or he's gone. Like he went Super Saiyan on Shitlord.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kind of like we were talking about that article on TRS that was bitching about Trump not being our guy. It's like, dude, our guy is whoever's going to move the Overton window and whoever's going to be. It's not so much that Trump is my guy. It's just that I feel like it serves my interest a whole lot more to have Trump than it does any of these other pieces of shit.
By far and away, yeah. Is he perfect? No, but there's never going to be a perfect candidate. I mean, people could want Hitler for some reason all they want, or all they, there's never going to be him. They're never going to get him. Even if there was, they would still find some way to autist about it. And
even if they got Hitler, Hitler wasn't as Hitler as people say that Hitler was. Like, I mean, I hate to be that guy, but the death toll of the Holocaust hardly stands up to any real scrutinization. I mean, what was the Red Cross's final numbers? Like under 300,000?
I thought it was under 500, but...
Well, this is, I think, specifically Jewish deaths, the only ones that matter.
Oh, okay.
Because they're our greatest ally, Goyim.
Yeah, that's we could do another conspiracy topic or episode on that. I mean, or we could combine them.
Well, I think
that would push our 9/11 one way back though if we had to go through and watch the greatest story and all that stuff.
Right, I'd have to take a week off work. Geez. So what was the big announcement today about Cruz and Kasich are going to do some docking? They're going to push their penises into each other's foreskins.
Yeah, that's what the press release said. But I think what they're really doing is just colluding.
Right.
I don't know if they're going all the way, but yeah, they're basically going to pull out of, like, Kasich's going to pull out of Indiana, and Cruz is going to pull out of, like, Oregon and Washington. And they think that by doing this, that people are going to vote for somebody other than Trump, but that's not how it's going to work.
No.
It
hasn't worked like that this whole fucking time.
Yeah. Yeb dropped. All of his voters went to Trump, basically. Rubio dropped. All of his voters went to Trump.
I love it. Like, people try to stump the Trump, and not only do they get stumped out of relevance, it's like stomping on them also elevates the Trumpenführer.
There was a... I don't know. Well, obviously, this was just that was just announced late last night because I think they were trying to avoid the news cycle. Because that's when you dump something. You either dump it on Sunday night or you dump it on like Friday night when people don't have time to talk about it because you either have the weekend or you're busy with work. So you don't do it during do it during the weeknight. Man, I can't fucking talk tonight. But the new polls that came out today are really, really favorable. Trying to find where I sent those to you earlier.
I'm looking at the Real Clear Politics poll we got.
Yeah, two came out. Well, there are only through yesterday, but they came out today. Connecticut, the Gravis poll has Trump at 54, Kasich at 27, and Cruz at 9.
Oof. So
and
I just want to ask the cruise crew, was it worth it? You know, just having those delegates appointed to you, was it worth it?
Yeah, you got like 20. No, it was more than 20. I'm being facetious, but yeah. Let me go back. Let me go into the RCP other one. So you got 86 delegates. No, I'm sorry. He got 10 in North Dakota. Where was Colorado? 34 in Colorado, so that's 44. He got a couple in Georgia, so let's say 50. And what was the other one that was appointed? Wyoming.
Yeah.
So 75 delegates thereabouts, and his poll numbers are just. He's got, like I said, 9% in the Gravis poll, and he's only got 13 in the PPP poll. That same PPP poll has Trump at 59%. That's a 34-point lead over Kasich. And in Pennsylvania, he's nosediving. He's down to 25, 26%. And just at the beginning of the month, he was at 30. So when there's only 3 people, a 5% drop is huge. Or huge.
Huge. It has been an exciting campaign. I can tell you that much.
And he's pulling below Kasich in Maryland. Maryland, it's a few days old, but Gravis has Trump at 53. And this is all tomorrow. And Pennsylvania is, fucked up. Because it's only 17 at large. You can only win 17 delegates tomorrow. The remainder of them you have to vote for a specific delegate who has already pledged themselves to a candidate. And there's like 3 per district. So if you're in Pennsylvania and you're listening to this before you vote tomorrow, make sure you find that list. Several people have tweeted it out. I think I tweeted it out. Trump has tweeted it out. It's on his Facebook. And I'm sure he'll do it again tomorrow.
Oh man, I'm super excited about tomorrow. I actually took the day off.
Nice.
So I will be around to shitpost on Twitter pretty much for the duration of tomorrow.
I hope I can squeeze one in. We're actually going to be done with our big project this week, so the next 3.5 days are going to be nuts. But I will do as much shit posting as I can.
Oh man, you gotta make sure you get home in time for the live Fascination on Tuesday.
I'm gonna try. If not, yeah, listeners, Roscoe would definitely be calling in, with or without me. I will do my best. I might have to do it from my phone, from from work.
Oh man,
that'd be awful.
It'd be hilarious.
So
it would take them a while to figure out if they should fire you or not. Just trying to understand the. It's like
the parlance.
Yeah, somebody at work that knows me mentioned that I do a podcast to somebody else, and I was like, it's not really interest kind of stuff. It's not for the normie, so to speak.
So somebody at your work knows that we do this?
Not exactly what we do, so to speak, but they had a vague idea that I did a podcast because of their friendship with this chick that's carrying a baby for me. My wife, if you will.
Yes, it's always good to be married to a woman who's bearing your child. No more single mothers.
Dude, so I realized, had something happen to me that made me realize I'm ready to be a dad. Had to go out and get food for the pregnant wife's craving, and I didn't feel like changing shoes, so I just put sandals on with my socks, and it just felt right, man. Just felt right.
Dude, no dad pills, man. We're not dadical. I refuse to fucking wear sandals and socks.
Dude, just take the dad pill.
I can't.
Soon enough. So
I hate you. I can't.
She made me made me take them off.
Any of that.
She made you take them off?
Yeah.
Good. She's a good woman.
Here you go. Traffic lights and sidewalks so smartphone users don't have to look up. I'm against
I
that.
saw that. I know. Thin the herd, please.
Yep. Sometimes it's best just to let some people die. I mean, sometimes the best service that one can offer to society is as a warning to others.
Oh, Jesus. Dog who ate his owner receives temporary reprieve from death sentence.
Do you ever wonder how long it would take your dog to start eating you if, you just like had a fucking aneurysm or something?
It would be probably instantaneous.
Well,
that bitch is too sweet normally because I know as soon as I'm dead she'll chew on me.
that's the thing. I think I would actually be surprised which one of my numerous pets would take the first bite. That's the real question, not how long it would take. Which one?
It's which one?
Which one crossed the threshold first and started the fucking buffet?
Oh fuck. No, yeah, my dog. She's the sweetest dog in the world, but I just know under that beautiful, kind exterior, she's probably just like a monster on the inside. She doesn't chew up the house, doesn't chew up anything, like the doors or the wood floor, but she'll fucking chew on my arm, I'm sure.
Morbid.
If our listeners didn't know, we didn't really have a lot of topics today. We just figured we'd do about 45 minutes of shit posting since we kind of failed on the 9/11 part.
Well, it's not so much we failed, it's just that that was a bigger dog than we quite realized it was.
Yeah, we failed to deliver on our promise, which is a common theme, I think.
In our defense, there's a lot of disinformation to get through.
Correct. Like I'm going to rewatch that one again. Oh, it was like the middle part of it.
Yes, that I think really the most interesting part of all of that was what it talked about with the USS Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is far and away a demonstration that if that's our greatest ally, we're not doing too good in the Friends department. So I heard James Woods had a huge dick.
Yeah, me too. I think it was from James Woods. You follow him on Twitter?
I probably should, shouldn't I?
You should. He's pretty good. He's looking old, but well, he is old. Oh, unlikely pandemic is trending on Facebook or on Twitter. We should probably post something.
What is this unlikely pandemic you speak of?
It's just it's like one of those things. What would you do? Blah blah blah. And you like cure boredom in 5 words is another one. You just say what you would do.
How many words?
Unlikely pandemic.
How many words
Judy.
is Gas the Kike race war now?
Six. Gas kikes. Get rid of the.
Here we go. Hashtag.
I did
cure
unlikely pandemic Judaism.
cure boredom in 5 words. Gas Jew. Oh man, misspelled Jews.
So Stefan Molyneux he released one today. It's only 18 minutes, but it's why Donald Trump is under attack with Diamond and Silk. I'm gonna listen to that tomorrow when I work out.
I can't listen to Diamond and Silk talk.
It's only 18 minutes. I have to do it.
Let me know how that goes, because I saw that and I was like, nope, can't do it. Because I kind of had this thing in my brain when I hear people talk in Ebonics that anything they say is completely big snood.
Well, I mean, it's only he did 50 minutes on the life and death of Prince.
Pretty good, by the way.
Oh, you listened to it?
Yep. Made me really hearing about the dysfunction in Prince's life, and especially, his intense drug abuse. Makes me happy for the amount of stability that I've had throughout my life.
Yeah. Did you see that? It was either in the Daily Mail. I think it was in the Daily Mail. They interviewed his supposed drug dealer, and he said he was buying $40,000 worth of was it fentanyl or whatever it's called?
Like he was buying those patches of that shit that's like more powerful than fucking morphine.
Yeah. $40,000 at a time for 25 years.
Jesus.
And that doesn't mean that he bought it like that's once a year. That's probably once every few months.
Yup.
Did we talk about? I don't know if in the last episode we talked about all the cat ladies at work where, oh, Prince died, blah 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 blah. I wonder how he died. And I was like, drug overdose. I don't know. It can't be a drug overdose. He's a Jehovah's Witness. He didn't drink. He didn't smoke. I'm like, he was 57 years old. He died of a drug overdose.
Right.
Guarantee it.
Like.
So then we started a Deadpool. So I won pizza.
All right. So I didn't. Who was the third that we had die? We had that.
Patton Oswalt's wife. She got stumped.
That's what happens, man. Like, was it that little Mustaine fag that talked shit about Trump and his life force just snuffed out like a candle before a stiff breeze?
Who?
Dave Mustaine, I think.
I know the name.
Wait, no, wait, was it Scott Weiland I was thinking of?
Yeah. He was Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah. I don't know why. Where was I getting Dave Mustaine?
He's a singer.
Yeah, he's a musician.
Or a musician.
I think Megadeth.
Yes. Original lead guitarist for Metallica as well.
Huh. Alrighty.
He's still alive.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Well, politics. Criticism of Barack Obama in 2012 presidential election.
Huh. Maybe Mustaine isn't a total homo.
Hey, he supported Rick Santorum.
Old frothy Rick.
God, what? All right, that's trolling at its finest, man. Changing the dude's last name to the frothy mixture of anal lube and feces after gay butt sex.
Oh gosh.
Like, it still might be the #1 search result for Santorum.
Good old frothy Rick.
Yep. At #1 is Wikipedia. #2 is Urban Dictionary. #3 is Rick Santorum for president. And Rick Santorum for president doesn't even have it has a bad reputation through Avast. Like everything else, even the spreadingsantorum.com website, which is #4, has a better rating from Avast than Rick Santorum's actual website.
Stop fucking. What a mess. So do you have any predictions for tomorrow?
A complete sweep, but the delegate count's going to be a little weird because I believe Connecticut is 50%, and then it's winner take all. But Pennsylvania has that goofy, you only get 17 out of whatever. And I'm trying to get Real Clear to load, but it's being a real bitch right now.
I think the most important and underestimated feature of the Trump campaign is just how much of the base that has been mobilized.
Well, yeah, there was at least 40,000 Pennsylvanians who switched their uh, registration from Democrat to Republican, and that's just, I mean, those are just the people who are so fed up with the Democratic Party that they're willing to take the time to switch parties rather than just wait for the general and vote against their registered party. And, you know, that's going to be it's going to be 10 times that at least.
Oh.
Because, I mean, there's basically no white males left in the Democratic Party. The only ones that are left are the fucking Bernie bros.
Yep, and they're on their way out because they can't figure out why they know that they have to have the minority vote to win.
Mm-hmm.
And since the minorities don't have to worry about college debt the way Bernie bros do, they aren't mobilizing.
The Democratic turnout is way down. I mean, it's lower than I think it was in, what was it, 04. You know, it's vastly below where it was when in either of Brock's campaigns.
Oof.
But yeah, Connecticut is proportional, but if you get 50%, then you win the at-large state. If you get over 50% in the entire state, then you get the, you know, whatever at-large. But then there's also the congressional districts where if you get 50% or more, then you win in that district. But you have to have at least 20% to even get a delegate. So, you know, if Trump took 60% of the vote, then the other two won't get any votes at all, basically. Any delegates at all, even if they...
That's real nice.
You know, it's goofy. And then Delaware's winner take all with 16. Maryland is winner take all, but that's by congressional district, and they're 38. Kasich might win a couple of those, especially in the Beltway in Maryland. Connecticut's going to vote, I think, just like New York, and I think Trump takes. I think he takes all 28. He'll take all 16, and then Kasich will take a few in Maryland just because Pennsylvania is a fucking retarded state. And Rhode Island's proportional by congressional district, but there's also a floor, but it's only 10%. So Trump will win all 5, but the amount of delegates, I don't know. But he only really needs 1,100. He doesn't need the 1,237.
I can live with that.
That's how about I mean, do you agree? Do you have any other thoughts or?
I mean, you know, I was looking at the numbers on that link I sent you with the surge numbers, and that sort of lines up with what you were saying. But the real devil's going to be in the details, like how they are able to divvy those out. You know what I'm saying, Vern?
Burn.
Burn.
So that's what I'm thinking. So he has 845. That only leaves him with 255 that he actually needs. Really. So it's getting better and better. New Jersey is winner take all, open. Anybody can vote, I think. So he'll take all 51 in New Jersey. West Virginia is 34 for some strange reason. And he'll take all 34 of those. Nebraska, Cruz, I would assume, would take. Indiana, 57, winner take all by congressional district. That's one of those states where Cruz and Kasich are doing the space docking.
Oh man, those guys look like such friends. That's gonna last for a real long time.
Yeah.
2 opportunist cucks. I am every day that the establishment shows itself more and more as a paper tiger. It's just magical.
Well, what's great is if a candidate who already received delegates, like Rubio or Bush, endorse another candidate, that candidate gets their delegates. And Rubio, who's been out of the race since when? Uh, March 15th, the night of Florida and Illinois, he still has more delegates than Kasich.
That's fantastic.
He has 171 and Kasich has 148. So if Rubio came out and endorsed Trump, which wouldn't be the worst idea for him, because his political career is dead, he has to, he's got to appease the God Emperor somehow, and endorsing him, would give his 171 to Trump's 845. That'd put him at 1,016, which is Trump would actively have to try to sabotage himself to not get 1237 at that point, let alone the 84 more to get to 1100.
All right. But, what we sort of talked about that, what was it, 1238? That was the magic number?
1237, yeah.
Not really having to get to that.
Yeah, there's the way even Rancid has been saying, like lately, well, he hasn't been saying, but he's been signaling that Trump is going to be the nominee regardless of what happens anymore, because Cruz and Kasich are, well, Kasich has been mathematically eliminated since like before Ohio. The only state he's won.
Mm-hmm.
And basically half of his delegates.
It's just, I think Rancid Pubis wants to keep having a job. Because, I think they're finally starting to blink a little bit at the will of the people.
Ryan's isn't a bad guy. I don't hate him like I do some of these people.
Oh, I sure do.
Obviously he's a huge fucking cuck, and he doesn't deserve to be the head of the GOP, but he's not as bad as he could be, as someone else like him would be, I think.
Is he as bad as Paul Ryan?
Oh, no way.
Man, I sure do dislike Paul Ryan.
Yeah, no, Rancid sucks, but he could be much worse. And he's at least steered the RNC away from completely destroying themselves by, making all those rule changes and all that stuff. He's at least been, is at least smart enough or aware enough to see his own and their own destruction if they did that.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's been entertaining to see just how far they would go to go against the will of the people. And, I think there might still be some surprises in for us yet, despite a little bit of capitulation from the establishment.
Oh yeah, I still see if Trump doesn't get 1237. Which I still think he does. It's going to be close, but I think he gets about 1254. I think I was running some numbers a couple of days ago, and I think I came up with him probably getting around 1254. So if he comes close, if he gets 1100 to 1200, I still see some people throwing a bitch fit, specifically Kasich and Cruz. But who knows? Kasich might end up being the VP.
Don't say shit like that. Maybe he could. Maybe he could surprise us and not be a total piece of shit. But
to be fair, he has done pretty well for Ohio.
Fracking has done pretty well for Ohio.
Yeah.
I guess good for him for being the guy up there while the fracking boom hit. Yeah, he is. All that shit about him wanting to legalize 11 million immigrants and shit. Nah, dude. That guy's got to go.
Yeah, he's not going to win his re-election bid
Nope. Maybe
for governor.
maybe he can get a job as a mailman, like his dad.
His dad was a mailman?
Yeah, I heard about that. Right? His dad being a mailman.
That's I had no idea. So I think we got a little bit more time left before we run into our self-imposed limit for today. Yeah, we got about 5-10 minutes. What was that Roger Stone thing you were trying to tell me about earlier?
Oh yeah, I was gonna see if I could find that interview he did on Caravan to Midnight for you, because he gets loose on John B. Wells' program.
Yeah, what was he talking about? Give us a quick summary.
He was I think he was talking about the Clinton's war on women, and just sort of outlining a little bit about some of the travesties executed by those people, so to speak. Good news, though, you don't need my login. It's on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
So there's another guy that is on this channel that's worth listening to, Jim Willie. His shit gets a little weird sometimes, but I've never heard him be wrong about any of his economic predictions.
I think I've heard of him, actually. You might have. Maybe it was from you. Maybe you mentioned him.
Well, he's the one who had that comment about why we'd never have a cashless society that I just love so much. He said,
Well, I'm never going to have a 20 in my pocket if 2030 comes to pass.
ain't that the fucking truth? But he said we'll never have a cashless society because it'll make it too difficult for politicians to bribe each other. Huh. Alrighty.
Yeah, that's a good point. Never thought of it that way.
That is an incredibly simple argument.
But another argument against that, which I think is even more basic bitch than that, is even if you get rid of cash, it's just going to turn into a barter system again.
Like,
because people, what am I going to do if I want to, if I want to get rid of my old like Dark Souls game, and you're like, oh, I'll give you $10 for it, but cash doesn't exist. What do I got to do? What do I got to do? Pay Visa 3% so I can sell you a game? No, fuck that. It's gonna. We'll either go back to like a metal-based, gold-based system, or it'll be something like Bitcoin or.
We will be able to fucking work it out.
Yeah, we don't need the fiat currency of our nation.
And one thing that I've sort of taken from Stefan Molyneux, like, I'm a big proponent of, fuck all this government school bullshit and this compulsory education bullshit. People are like, well, what would happen if there weren't public schools? I don't know. We fucking figure it out, though. We survived the fucking bubonic plague. We survived an ice age. I think we can handle there not being public schools. And that argument sort of extends to a lot of the things that people tell us. Oh no, we can't cut welfare. It'll be bad for people. They'll be all right, or they won't.
Oh, did I just do a racism?
Pretty much every thought I've had for about the last 5 years has been a racism.
Fucking A, man. We live in interesting times, Roscoe. We live in interesting times.
Well, hopefully they'll stay interesting. If you can handle that, I don't know if I can.
I mean, it all depends on what happens on what it was. July 7th is at the RNC convention.
It's gonna be, man, I feel like we need to be up there.
Yeah, it's not too far of a drive, but are they gonna let anybody in? Because I've heard they're gonna just they're not gonna have it open like you aren't gonna be able to buy tickets or like you used to be able to
Oh, that is fucking.
because they're afraid of riots.
Oh man. Well, I mean, we ought to be. Maybe we should be. Maybe an hour's drive or something from Cleveland. Hold up in a hotel room, ready to charge in and take part in the riots.
And like Columbus or Akron or something.
Oh yeah. Oh, we could go to where's the we could go to Canton.
We can go to Dearborn and really start some shit.
Oh fuck. No, but I'm serious. We could make a day trip out. Go up to the Super Bowl Hall of Fame or the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
Take a look back at
I can dig that.
the old highlights back when the league used to be mostly white.
No, Dearborn's really far away because you gotta go all the way around the fucking lake.
Yeah. I don't want to go to Dearborn.
Neither do I.
All right, I can live with that.
Well, you go to Pittsburgh. That's like only an hour and a half away.
Hmm.
Buffalo probably is about 2 hours away. We can go to Niagara Falls.
Oh, jeez. We could flip Canada off from Niagara Falls, couldn't we?
Yeah, and we can go across the river, go across the river and flip the U.S. off from Canada.
Worth it.
I'll actually be up in Buffalo in late summer, early fall. I don't remember for a bachelor party from one of my good buds.
Nice.
I don't know why he wants to go to Buffalo, but we'll be in Buffalo.
Yeah, well, what can you do?
Yeah, I don't know what all there is to do in Buffalo, but like
I'm sure there's some busted up hookers.
maybe we can go to a football game if it's. I don't remember when he said. When does football season start?
I don't know anymore, man. September?
End of August, beginning of September? I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, I like your idea. So, yeah, let's go to. You know what? Let's go to. What's the amusement park in Sandusky?
Oof, I hear Sandusky, and I'm not thinking of a whole lot of amusement.
Cedar Point.
Cedar Point. Oh, man. I've heard shit about Cedar Point.
Yeah, I've never been.
All right. Oh, man. Maybe we could put together a standard pool party. I don't know, dude. Going to an amusement park when we're supposed to be resting up for a fucking rampage might not be the best idea.
We can go to Putin Bay.
I mean, just want to get up there, take it easy for a little while. Just
Yeah, you don't want to go to Putin Bay then, man. That place is a fucking shit show.
I can.
Have you ever been?
Nope.
I went. It was like 2 years ago for another bachelor party. Oddly enough, and holy shit, I was like being back in college. It's just like a little island on the lake,
Oh, jeez.
and it's just a shit show the entire time.
Man.
It was fun, but I'll never go back.
Myrtle Beach. Or Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg ain't too bad. You can't get into too much shenanigans.
Speak for yourself.
Did you get kicked out of the city?
No. I've never been kicked out of any other city except for Cincinnati.
Leave.
Yep. That was basically it. Didn't go great. All right, so we got anything else for this little quick master blast?
I don't think so. So yeah, we had a pretty good rundown, I think, of some shitlording and some stuff that's coming up. So if once again, if you are listening by Tuesday the 26th, and you are in Pennsylvania, make sure you look up the correct delegates for hopefully Trump, but whatever your candidate is, please at least go informed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we are Exodus Americanus. I'm Stone. He's Roscoe. Hit us up on SoundCloud, exodusamericanus.com. He's at Roscoe SB Jones on Twitter. I'm at EXO Americanus on Twitter. What else do we have? YouTube, but I haven't updated that in a while. We're on there too.
Hopefully I'll have another decent parody song this week.
Should we give out any?
No surprises.
No teasers.
No teasers. Because I might actually try to scrounge around the TRS forums and see if I can get, full fucking accompaniment for this shit.
Nice. If not, I have Fruity Loops, and maybe I'll spend the weekend
stripping the vocals off of the main track.
Yeah, and then that'd be easier than trying to recreate the all the drums and bass.
Yup.
So, anyways, like we said, we're Exodus Americanus. Definitely visit us on SoundCloud at least, soundcloud.com/Exodus Americanus. And thanks to everybody for listening. We appreciate it, and check you next time. Bye-bye.
Just two good old goers posting memes on the tombs. Beats all you ever knew. Been in trouble with the Jews since the day they were born. Building a wall, gonna deport some spics. Someday the niggers might get 'em, but the Jews never will. Fighting the filth the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the squiffles allow. Just two good old goers. If they'll change, they won't say. Crushing out commies like old Colonel A. Pinochet.